Right. For nothing else, our path forward should be fairly clear now. Breaker's Cave.
My blood is ice. The void is here.
It's only level 10. No.
Go, worm. I require more.
I don't know what that statue's doing, but it doesn't look good.
What exactly is the statue gonna do? Poison resistance opportunist, so nothing special. Does fly though. Can disable it easily enough. Right, I'm relatively sure he's dead. Unless he's healed, he's definitely dead. There's a war maiden and a battle mage before his turn though. And the war maiden acts fairly early on. Yeah, I might be a little more reluctant to come here if I had fire to this. It's a long shot.
Wriggling little worms.
Massive amount of holomorph users. Read the list. Umbral Lake. Umbral statue seems to be protecting the possessed dwarves, dodging and maximum physical armor. Okay. I'm not sure what should we focus on. There are no easy target for us here. Seem to have summoning abilities. Critical hits.
You will die. You will all die.
We do have the option of pulling back. That was always the positive of this location. They'll have to come through a narrow bridge to get at us. At the same time, they seem to have wings for the most part, so I'm not sure how true that is. Strength. Ooh, so it's... I wonder if it's cycling the buffs or is it adding new ones. Still, I mean, we're in perfect position to attack them, but that's not really my problem at the moment. On the other hand, we could just switch sides. A decent amount of damage. I definitely like to add a little bit of extra suffering on them. Best I can do. Not sure if it's enough damage. Worth a try. These guys don't give a shit about what the surface is anyway. You created poison wave here.
You will die.
We're probably gonna die here. They have specialty arrows that knock me down at this point, and I have no physical armor. I have to spend a lot of points getting at least a minor amount of armor. There's no way I can get large amounts of it. Gift of the Void. What exactly is it this time? Where's their healer? There. I'm thinking, what can I use this to detonate that one? I don't know if I can. Still, I've got to do it. Maybe a grenade? Okay, that went fairly well. Probably dodge their attacks a little bit to get survivability here. Can't do much about him. Yeah, this doesn't work on them. Jesus Christ, I keep doing this again and again and again and again, and I know it. I know it perfectly well that shit doesn't work. We killed one. I can do this for 2 turns, dodging their attacks. Then it's over. I think it's worth doing. My abilities are recharging at a okay rate, so I don't need to do that. Still, there's no way I can kill any of these. Might be able to destroy the Umbral statue though. I think I'm going to be basically teleporting the hell out of here on the next turn. A lot of poison damage, a lot of fire damage. That's probably our second kill there. 2 hit points. Yeah, it doesn't matter what he does, he's dead. They don't have a healer anymore after all. Sure, if I want to use another teleportation immediately, we could basically be better if we switch our sides a little bit more often. I don't have to do anything to him, he's gonna die from the poison. I need to choose another target to start pummeling on. Not sure if I can. Maybe him? Might be best just sitting on this action point instead of doing anything. They'll spend a lot of action points just trying to reach me, and I can just jump to the other side immediately. Yeah, they're not looking all that good anymore. All of them are pretty much tightly wound up there. War Maiden, Battle Mage, Arbalist, and the statue. Now, if you could sort of join them, that would be great. Fantastic, even. Seriously, can't target any of them? This is why we have scrolls. What the fuck was that? It probably landed on the statue, so it didn't hit these guys at all. Yeah, but still, that's weird. That is weird. I could do a little bit of extra damage to them though. Might even kill someone. Right, 2 enemies, 1 statue. Battle Mage is the only real threat. I can dodge their attacks again. The only thing I really need to worry about is him. Poison and burning. And burning some more. And can't see him. Alright. He will never hit with his attacks, at least not with the worthwhile attacks. Right, I can kill the Battle Mage now. If they group up nicely, I might be able to take care of something else. And petrify their asses pretty much. He's dead. I'm fairly certain of that. Still, let's make sure of it. No, we can't really attack them like that. Fine. No, it's not fine. Statue still doing things. It's probably outside the combat range actually at this point. I didn't get anything from it. Well, it was something I wanted to know though. Killing him is trivial at this point. A lot of abilities are coming out of cooldown too. He has no chance of survival. Well, since we are lashing each other, right, nice little fight. Still, we need 100,000 experience points, so 10,000 a fight isn't gonna really get us all that far. Mage boots, not very high level. Yeah, they're far inferior to what we have. Spread your wings. Fancy feather. Fancy feathers and feathers are not the same, so they can be used for different recipes. Feather is for teleportation. I don't really recall what the fancy feather is for.
This body is fresh. Were they a sorcerer?
The spirit of the dwarven battle mage gazes upon the mutilated body that once housed her. As you approach, she turns confused eyes on you. She stares with a jolt. Her life flashes before your eyes. You become her in her prime. Battling a felled magister the magister is part of something dark. As her warm blood spurts to come, you are thrust out of the
Feather. Bloodied leg. There's another spirit there. Spirit of a sorcerer.
The spirit tugs and tugs at the source collar.
We couldn't. I couldn't. Is it really our fault? The voidwoken.
He gives you a look full of hope.
Disembodied hand. torso. Still probably something extra we can loot here. Also, might as well eat some of the body parts.
You shift uncomfortably as the wag. You sigh, but then your eye.
Just a leg.
The ground drifts by hundreds of feet. Your senses are fading. The voidwoken seems to sense that you won't. The ground rushes up to.
Right. Might be something useful on the other side, loot-wise at least. We might want to go to that ship. It has death fog in it, so if we can even get a single sample and either do one of two things, carry it in a barrel or move the death fog around through the Terran transportation, we could probably handle things in a tough fight fairly trivially. It's around 1000 points of physical damage it does to enemies, so not instant death, but 1000 point physical damage at this point is still, it'll go right through the armor and start affecting the vitality. It is not something you can ignore. In the last part of the game it's something that's sort of trivial, but not now. Not sure if we can reach it from here. Yeah, I'm actually sure we might not be able to reach it. It has a waypoint. So you would have to either climb through something or teleport. We have no particular reason to really force the issue. I mean, we can reach it. We'll reach it through the more typical means. And the opposition here is level appropriate anyway, so there should be no real trouble. I think they were level 10, not even 11 yet. That does remind me, we might consider spending our points. I'll take pyrokinetic simply because I use it a lot. The damage isn't all that important, but it's now covered for a long time. Could probably do the same with Geomancer, although I'm thinking... Necromancer is really the only way we do physical damage. And sooner or later we're going to have to use it. There's just no other way to get through things. Unless I have a massive amount of scrolls up my ass somehow, which I don't. It also heals me a little bit, so it's not like it's totally wasted. At the same time, am I using it? No. It has to be one of the elemental skills though. I don't see any other option. Frost is the one we're using the next most. We have to raise everything to pretty much at least 4, probably to 6. But I'm not sure if we have that many points to spend. The game has 20 levels after all, so let's say we get about 9 extra points still. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and no additional investments anywhere else. So it just doesn't work all that well. It also seems like I don't particularly want to invest in warfare because of that. Same with huntsmen. We have enough huntsmen to do what we need to do. We don't want more. Scoundrel is probably similar. We might want to get the bonuses from gear, but we don't want to invest in skill. Same time, Arrow of the Urge has the best master level ability. The lightning attack. It's also resisted the least. Fire and water is resisted quite a lot. Poison is resisted very often. So I'm not sure what exactly should we really focus on. The heavy armor the Eternals use is also gives me shock immunity. So again, it favors Aromatic.
Looks like this is Loha's place. Or what's left of it. There's a voidwoken on the bridge ahead. But where's it going?
I don't know where it's going, but it's pretty tough.
A frantic dwarf, he lets it...
Keep firing, damn you! He has to have a weak spot. He has to.
The ghost, he drops his...
Come on, you filth. Let's see.
There's nothing there. The trembling of the dwarf, he drops the spirit. A dwarven spirit.
No, please! No! Someone!
With growing heart.
We need to choose appropriate damage type toward those against those bit voidwoken. They have too much shield for us to be able to basically just throw anything at them and have it work. Yeah.
Her gaze falls, or as a warning. The spirit takes a distant cry echoes of...
Run!
It's an ambush. Quivering dwarf. Might be able to pickpocket. I mean, this is the best opportunity I can think of.
Good gods! What happened?
Yeah, I have too many body parts to move around normally anymore. I'm not leaving here until I get some sort of a waypoint that I can easily return to though. I doubt he has anything particularly interesting. Still, he is level 11. Yeah, he doesn't give a shit.
An ancient memory overwhelms you. You watch a figure stride through a cavern. The man approaches, and you are thrust. You lose yourself in various... The 8 of you, the vision ends. You keep your eyes shut all around. Aloud. You fall into a knot surrounding the mob. The past... You try to make a break. The dwarf rocks on her wet, fearful...
Away! Away! Too noisy! It'll come back!
She shrinks into...
It'll come back! It'll come back! It'll come back!
The dwarf shakes her head.
No! I don't want to look! I saw too much already! Too much!
Your efforts draw an expression of...
You'll see for yourself! They take us for...
Her stillness dissolves.
Yeah, automatic save. I wonder why.
What are you doing? Run. For the love of there's no time.
This is the poor soul we saw snatched away from the beach. So this is where the sorcerers were taken.
Throwing knife ability. Well, whoop-de-doo. Still is a free ability. No point complaining. A carrot. Curse fire. Wait, that's something red's there. They are vulnerable to fire and earth. Okay, they're actually a fairly good opponent for us. Water and air is absolutely worthless here though. These abilities don't have to be super useful. They just have to be something else. Adrenaline might not be a horrible idea. I don't want to do physical damage. I mean, it's not a bad idea necessarily, but unlikely to work anyway. We might be able to use Poison Wave. Is there anything that requires magical armor to penetrate? Not particularly, no. We could always take Chameleon Cloak, I suppose. Not a horrible idea. Get into trouble, just turn invisible, hope for the best. There we go. At least we have the pirate initiative. 1500 shield. Cold crawler. Okay, there are different types, that's why the water doesn't work. Earth works, fire works, poison doesn't really work all that well. That's fire without him being burning at the moment, so it will work even better. Shit. A respectable amount of damage. Is it a fighter or a caster? It is a fighter. Very much fighter. The extra amount of physical armor or magic armor we can get through the spells is so beautiful. Immune to stunned. So it attacks through an elemental damage, but it still probably requires you to hit. Right. Not sure how we should do this. Okay, it does something different. It has a special damage type. I'm not sure what it is. It seems like it's an anti-magical armor attack. I don't know how else to describe it really. Right, I don't think we want to do anything now. You shouldn't be able to hit us, really. There's a lot of touch attacks.
Damn dirty claws! God damn it! What to do now? Where am I?
Maybe he had the specialty type of kill or attack type specifically because this needs to happen, so he sort of has an advantage. Fire weakness, earth weakness. Yeah, no, they seem to have the same resistances, water or air. It maybe affects the type of damage they do. But still, he has 3 times the magical protection compared to physical one. So this is trying to push through magic using magic is probably not the smartest thing to do. Also, this heal is terrible. I think we should go with the necromancy, but no. The problem isn't that I don't have enough necromancy to get through their defenses, it's that I don't have enough to get through their vitality afterwards. So it's not enough. I would need to have huntsman or warfare to basically follow up on that. That's why I'm using the other options. So it just doesn't work unless I do some drastic changes. Don't really feel like doing drastic changes at the moment, so it is what it is.
They ate. I've seen them murdered.
Yeah, this is gonna be a nasty fight. If I could separate them from the storm voidwoken, then maybe not. Also, I'm overburdened. Ricochet. Well, thanks game, I guess. I'm still overburdened. This is not a good place to be overburdened. I do see a couple of legs there.
You stride past the he offers, after all. You turn away from the sunset. Your hands, you didn't.
I need to know what the other types are weak against. Just don't use earth against them. Yeah, it didn't change shit. Everyone's still part of the fight. Shit. Three is a tall order. Especially since I basically gave up the only advantage I had by coming here. I might have successfully killed that one. 54 points. It's not gonna die on the first turn though. We'll see. 2 left. Corpse explosion. It's a fairly powerful spell, I have to say. Does physical damage. Oh shit. These are all gonna explode. They might even ram us without us being able to do anything before they do it. some ways that might not work against us. They will block their access path to me. So there's potential there for good. Still, there's no way we can stay in this particular position no matter what. 1500 magical armor. There's really no good place to go here. There's a way to escape, but I'm not sure how could I escape that lying son of a bitch like that. With this I'll end up too close to that one. He probably gets an attack of opportunity. Still, I think this is where I want to be. It's somewhat easier for me to defend. Path to me isn't all that easy. This won't buy me much, but it'll buy me more of a cooldown reductions. They'll get extra action points, but it's not gonna come without a cost. In fact, the fact that there are more voidlings here is a positive to me. They might block the actually dangerous ones from attacking. They do have range attacks though. I'm not sure how useful that's gonna be. We might as well wait. They already have full action points, so waiting isn't gonna change anything. Suppose I could delay. Can't see anything. How about now? Yep. Nice game. Target is invisible. Okay. A hard time believing it because I can see it outright, but okay. I'm gonna have to use some sort of a dodge thing here, otherwise I don't see how this will work. They can attack me through range attacks and they're fairly good at it. I probably have more than one of such potions. Yeah, 4 in fact. Let them do what they do. I wish they would group up a little bit at least. Yeah, they seem to be blocking the big ones from reaching me. So, if we manage the little shitheads effectively, we might be able to get rid of big ones before they do too much damage. Still, 1500 shield alone. My positioning is good too. It confuses the AI pathfinder. Where's the nearest path to me? They're just spread all over the place. I don't think this does anything more than just give me time. We basically fight a handful of them at once, and the rest will just spread all over the place. Right, we need to kill the vampiric voidwoken. That's a somewhat reasonable thing to try to do. Sure hard. That's a good one. A bit of necrofire, a little bit of slowed down. Good, good. I can't really target it though. Alright. Too early to use the Medusa head. Still, it's not I can't really attack them in all that many different ways. Let them come to me first. I still have the dodge on for this turn. But if more of those bombs gather up with the big one, that might give us a good opportunity to do a serious amount of damage to it. No, just one. It's a waste of abilities to try to bombard that. I might be able to throw something in their general direction, but undoubtedly not more than one or two abilities. Yeah, I'm not sure they have too much of a room to even attack us. This is a very tight area. We'll burn them. Really can't attack anything else. Yeah, just... Are you a poison creature? No. Particularly, at least. I could apply fire there, but I don't really want to. Could trigger that. And that. But they're viscous versions. I don't really care what happens to them. They're not that impressive. Guess I'll save the points then. We'll see what happens. Flight! Excellent! There we go. He's sucking up a huge amount of health out of me. And I can't heal anymore. And he's doing the long range attacks. So I'm not particularly worried. I can easily get rid of the decaying. I can easily heal. I'm not really using anything super powerful to counter these. Their attacks are physical though for the most part. That's the big goddamn problem. Probably dodged him a little bit again. Yeah, you need to go away. Could I move a little bit closer to get cheaper attacks? Yes. Petrify his ass too at this point. I'd really like to get the volatile voidlings. KXXX. Do I have a teleportation scroll? Yes. Unit, oh for fuck's sakes, target is invisible. How the hell does that make any sense? We'll have to decide fairly quickly what the hell do we want to do here. I need him gone, preferably there, so I can then do something with the volatile voidlings too. I need haste. Need to be close to the fire. It's a good chance to do a lot of damage to my main opponents here. Everyone has to take the damage though. No one has died yet. If I survive this turn, I'll be set. None of the... There's only one important enemy left and he has no magical shields. So... yeah, I think we did it. Didn't have to use a source point. Still, would be lying to say if I'd say this was easy. Had to use the usables at least. Weaken against earth and fire. It's a cheap ass fireball. Only the weak ones remain. Still, I don't see any particular need to try to hurry to kill it before it comes to us. If not... attack it? No. Well, that's sort of bullshit. No, 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 no. Thank God. Almost wasted that. I need to get rid of the current crap here. Hopefully the smoke too. Pretty enjoyable fight. Had to put at least some effort into it, and I'm not sure if selecting a different spell selection would have made a drastic difference. That's also a big problem we'll have to address sooner or later. I can't always just brute force my way through that. Well, I can, but might not be the smartest thing to do. Most of the other... I think this was the hardest fight in the entire place, the first time I played. Precisely because you have multiple of the bigger ones and a large amount of the little ones at the same time. In the other fights I think it's more or less minor groups. Single or bigger one and that's it. Something along those lines. So overall it's much easier to handle. I think we should give some serious consideration in crafting extra scrolls. I mean, I didn't use the skin graft here either. But we still had we were more or less lacking certain type of abilities because of the spell selection. So air spells, utility spells, those should be nice to have in multiple scrolls always.
They hatched and they fed. I couldn't stop them. I would have said,
She looks around the chamber.
but perhaps
Okay, still this is just a warm-up. Ooh, that weapon doesn't look like it's in good shape. Yeah, repair hammers are single-use items in this game. I suppose it's a good compromise because you usually don't have to damage your weapon in any way. Right, there's at least two exits out of this one, I think. One is there, but there's a ground exit too. Hidden hole somewhere.
What's this? I found something. Where am I?
Does it really matter? Viscous egg. Should we let them hatch? If we don't let them hatch, we're not going to get anything out of them, including the elemental essences. And they're at least 250 gold each. Component to a very important and powerful scroll, usually. I mean, each HQ fires at least a laser attack. Supernova, which is sort of worthless to us, unless we have fire immunity, then it heals and attacks at the same time. Fire whip is also an option. So fire whip, laser. We're still not really getting experience out of them, but the loot should still be much better, as in actual loot. Yeah, high quality essence and a shitty gemstone. 50 gold and a high quality essence. How many scrolls do we have? Not that many. Maybe another laser ray or two might make sense. I suppose we could also make cluster grenades. 6 fire attacks. It would be cheaper to use, in fact. The fire damage is probably more too. Let's test that theory. Probably a grenade shell. You do have to buy grenade shells though, so it's not quite the same. Right. Can I do these with playing cards? No. So playing cards literally have no use for us. We need to start buying paper or making it. Right. I'm gonna test the grenade versus laser scroll at some point. Because we might be able to do the grenades at the action point cost of 1.
This shrine fills you with a sense you no longer look without.
Not yet, though. We would have to give up shield to do it. It's doable though, and in certain situations it might make sense. Not now though. Shield is probably responsible for half of our magic armor. We don't have that much of it though anyway. Right. 2 options. Let's say how much does laser ray do damage? It's easy to see because we see the maximum value. Yeah, not that much. $170 basically. It costs 3 unless we are at a fire area. So 2 cores would be a little bit better anyway. And if we can reduce to 1, naturally we can do 3 times the grenade damage. So 170 versus what? The range is worse. Different attack type. Launches from above, so it might be who knows what. Yeah, it's pitiful in comparison. 60 plus something damage. It pretty much does the damage you think it does. You would need to be able to throw 3 of them for it to make the difference. I guess the biggest problem is here that the target isn't that big, so most of them will miss. Still, now it did much better. So there's potential there, but it's not a replacement for the laser ray in any way. The laser ray hits 2 targets, it's hopeless comparison at that point. The bigger the target, the better. The more targets you have, the better. I would still prefer the laser ray in most cases. I do want to confirm one last thing. Does the cost reduction apply to scrolls? I think I might have tried that at some point, but I don't recall exactly what I tried. Go into the fire. It's impossible to see here. It's not shown here at the very least, but that doesn't mean a goddamn thing. That's easy to test in any fight. I'll just go walk into the fire. Usually the ability descriptions don't even always have the spell reduction or cost reduction. What are you weak against? Nothing. Might as well get close as possible. Didn't even ignite it. Wonderful. Right, I do want to kill him. We can worry about what affects what afterwards. Yeah, doesn't apply to scrolls. Not a huge surprise there. Two high quality essences. I suppose we could also just sell the cluster grenades. I mean, they're ridiculously expensive. So while a single high quality fire essence isn't particularly valuable, a single cluster grenade is. I mean, 14 high quality fire essences has about, what, 1/3 of the value of 5 cluster grenades. So that's a significant increase in value, and the grenade shells aren't that expensive, they're like 50 gold at maximum. So if nothing else, we could make money out of that. Anything else here? Right, no. This is not something I can wrap up this time though, so I think I'll leave things here. It'll take a lot of time to wrap things up. We probably have at least 2 to 3 of the big son of a bitch that have 1500 magical armor left. That's gonna take time. Did I miss any spirits? I think so. We do have easy access to out of the cave system now, so we might consider going shopping too, or selling some of the crap away. At the same time, we have gained a decent amount of experience, so we would be looking at a new set of equipment if we wait. We can always send the excess crap to the ship. So that should keep the weight manageable. We do have Bloodstorm, yeah, but we can never cast it, so it doesn't matter. We do have a couple of items that we can't identify that could be useful. This is a poison wand, good one. I'm not overly attached to our hammer. I think we'll just trudge on. Clear this place, then send all the extra loot to the ship. That should keep things going. I'm not sure if it's enough to get a level up, but we should be getting very close to it. We'll be getting multiple thousands out of each worthwhile opponent. And the quest itself and reporting back will give us a quest reward and additional experience. So after this we'll be ready to explore the outside areas of Driftwood properly. I think you need about level 12 to 13 and you're good to go. A couple of enemies are pretty tough even at that point, but should be at least be good to go to the oil fields at that point.